The Forgotten Past. Centuries before Optimus Prime rose, a council of ancient primes sealed away a dark force known as Soulless Unbound, a prime corrupted by forbidden power. His spark was hidden within a lost relic called the Matrix of Shadow. Over time, the artifact was forgotten, buried beneath Earth's tectonic plates. The primes vanished into myth, and the war between Autobots and Decepticons carried on. But a seismic event in the Indian Ocean triggers strange energy readings from deep within the Earth's crust. Something long dead is awakening. Cybertron's reckoning. Cybertron is slowly stabilizing after the events of the previous war. Optimus Prime, now a weary leader, remains in exile across the stars, searching for deeper truths about the Prime lineage. A council of neutral Cybertronians warns of an ancient prophecy. When the Matrix stirs, the unbound shall rise. Meanwhile, Megatron, thought to be defeated, is rebuilding a new force using salvaged quintessence technology. He believes he can harness the Matrix of Shadow to rebirth the Decepticon Empire. Starscream, resurrected through dark science, begins hunting ancient coordinates. Earth under suspicion. Back on Earth, strange energy storms begin disrupting electronics worldwide. Satellite images show an odd symbol forming within the Pacific Ocean, a glyph of the ancient primes. 𝗕𝗅𝗏, Global Human-Operated Strategic Task Force, is reactivated under Commander Lennox. They begin tracking residual energon trails in Asia, fearing a resurgence of Cybertronian activity. Noah Diaz, now a 𝗕𝗅𝗏 operative, partners with Bumblebee for covert investigations. They are sent to a temple in Indonesia where tremors reveal buried Cybertronian relics. The Shadow Matrix revealed. In the heart of the island temple, Noah and Bumblebee discover the Matrix of Shadow pulsing with dark energy. The artifact emits a psychic wave that causes Bumblebee to briefly lose control. Optimus Prime senses the disturbance and returns to Earth, alarmed by the presence of the Unbound's essence. He warns that the Matrix cannot be destroyed, only guarded. But before they can retreat, Shockwave emerges from a subterranean gateway. He steals the Matrix and vanishes into a rift between dimensions. Rise of the Soulless Cult. Shockwave delivers the Matrix to a hidden cult, the Disciples of Soulless, rogue Cybertronians loyal to Soulless Unbound. Their leader, Harbinger, uses the Matrix to awaken fragments of Soulless's spark from Cybertron's molten core. The cult believes Soulless will bring balance through domination, not peace. As the cult grows stronger, dark temples begin appearing across Earth and Mars. Each temple pulses with shadow energy, distorting time and physics. Optimus realizes Soulless's influence is growing and must be stopped before his rebirth is complete. The global resistance forms. To counter the spread of the Dark Temples, 𝗕𝗅𝗏 and the Autobots unite under a global alliance. New Transformers from other regions of the world, like the Kenyan Autobot Saberfong and the Japanese stealth master Shikami, join the fight. Together, they defend major cities as Soulless's influence causes Cybertronian berserkers to awaken from stasis. 𝗨𝗏 and Mirage lead an infiltration team to sabotage a Soulless temple in Brazil. Meanwhile, Noah discovers that the temples are synchronizing to form a planetary alignment. He warns that it may be a countdown to the full resurrection of Soulless Unbound. Megatron's return. In a hidden base on Pluto's moon, Megatron is reborn, enhanced by quintessence cyber alchemy. He allies with Harbinger temporarily, hoping to control Soulless for himself. Starscream, however, plans to betray them both, seeking godhood. Aboard the warship Oblivion Dagger, they set course for Earth, using warp corridors through the Shadow Temples. Optimus and Megatron's old rivalry reignites, but this time with universal stakes. The Autobots intercept fragments of the warship signal. Time is running out. The legacy of the Primes. Optimus reveals a hidden vault containing the scrolls of the first spark, ancient texts about the original 13 Primes. They speak of a Balancer Prime, who can neutralize the Matrix of Shadow. Only one remains unaccounted for, Prima's heir, a mythical prime hidden among humans. Noah's DNA shows unusual markers. He might be linked to ancient prime energy. Optimus trains Noah in Cybertronian code and thought linking. The Autobots must race to uncover the truth before Soulless's essence fully manifests. Cybernetic eclipse. Earth's moon suddenly darkens as a sphere of dark energon envelopes it. Soulless's spirit now whispers through corrupted technology, infecting both humans and machines. Phones, satellites, and AI begin behaving erratically, sowing chaos across the globe. 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗍 loses control of multiple outposts as Decepticon sleeper cells activate. 𝗨𝗪𝗃 and Noah lead a rescue mission into a fallen New York. They find an old Autobot, 𝗥𝗘𝗅𝗍𝗍𝗟𝗘𝗏, who holds secrets about the Matrix's core. Harbinger ascends. Using the Matrix of Shadow, Harbinger fuses with Unicron's remains, becoming a god-tier hybrid. He declares himself Neo Prime, proclaiming an age where only the strongest survive. Megatron is betrayed and left for dead, launching his own rogue crusade. Harbinger's new form warps reality, turning cities into mechanical jungles. Optimus confronts him in Istanbul, but is defeated and critically wounded. The Autobots are scattered, and Earth begins to fracture dimensionally. Journey to the core. 𝗥𝗘𝗅𝗍𝗍𝗟𝗏 guides Noah and Mirage to the core gate, a portal to Cybertron's soul. There, Noah must undergo the trial of sparks to awaken the dormant prime within him. Inside a metaphysical plane, he meets echoes of Alpha, Trion, and Prima. They gift him the Light Codex, the counter-energy to the Matrix of Shadow. When he awakens, his body glows with prime-forged circuitry. He is now Nova Prime, bearer of balance. The Resistance strikes back. Reinvigorated by Nova Prime's rise, the Autobots launch a global counterattack. They reclaim dark temples and shut down shadow conduits one by one. Bumblebee and 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗧𝗏 infiltrate the Oblivion Dagger to disable its warp drive. Megatron returns, surprisingly aiding Optimus against Harbinger's horde. Jetfire sacrifices himself to destroy one of the shadow pillars on Mars. Hope begins to rise again. Race against collapse. The alignment nears as temples glow in perfect synchronization. Earth's magnetic field begins to break apart, and skies twist with shadow lightning. Nova Prime and Optimus travel to the final temple hidden beneath the Arctic ice. There lies the Throne of Origin, a place where primes can rewrite cosmic balance. But Soulless is nearly complete. His essence begins manifesting into a full entity. The final battle approaches. The final battle begins. All remaining Autobots and human forces unite in the Arctic Circle. Harbinger Soulless unleashes a wave of spectral Decepticons forged from ancient sparks. Nova Prime leads the charge, wielding both Earth tech and Prime energy. Optimus battles Harbinger in a clash that shatters mountains and freezes oceans. The balance of the multiverse hangs by a thread. Cybertron flickers in and out of dimensional phase. Light versus shadow. Within the Throne of Origin, Soulless unbound and Nova Prime battle in a plane of pure energy. Nova is nearly overwhelmed, but Noah taps into humanity's willpower and moral compass. With the Light Codex, he neutralizes the Matrix of Shadow, fragmenting Soulless's spark. Harbinger crumbles, screaming as his soul is scattered across the stars. Optimus and Noah combine forces in a symbolic primal link, ending the war. Earth stabilizes, and the Dark Temples collapse into dust. A new Prime era. Optimus steps down as active leader, choosing to become a Watcher of Worlds. Nova Prime is tasked with leading the next generation of Autobots and Terran allies. Earth and Cybertron form a new alliance, co-building a space bridge network. The Matrix of Shadow is sealed within the sun's core, guarded by solar sentries. Megatron disappears into deep space, his goals uncertain once more. Peace begins to bloom, but watchful eyes remain vigilant. Aftermath and healing. Humanity rebuilds with the help of Cybertronian tech. 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗍𝗟𝗏 becomes a peacekeeping force rather than a war machine. 𝗨𝗪𝗃 opens a school for Terran Cybertronian cooperation. Noah reconnects with his family, adjusting to life as both human and Prime. The Autobots create 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓, a neutral zone between worlds. Old enemies become wary allies in a new age. The Whisper of Stars, a mysterious transmission echoes from the Andromeda Galaxy. A forgotten Prime, 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗧, warns of a dark wave swallowing galaxies. Nova Prime senses a greater war on the horizon, something beyond even Soulless. The stars pulse with coded signals, seemingly alive. Optimus looks toward the sky. The battle never ends. It only changes. A new saga begins to stir. Hidden agenda. Starscream is seen alive, having survived and hidden in a shadow realm. He recovers a shard of the Matrix of Shadow and fuses it with his spark. Corrupted and empowered, he vows revenge against both Autobots and Decepticons. He begins constructing an army in another dimension. The final shot shows a vast mechanical world awakening. The screen fades to black as the glyph, Nemesis returns, appears. End credits and tease. The credits roll with haunting music and shifting visuals of shattered worlds and restored harmony. Mid-credit scene. A strange being steps from a rift. It's Vector Prime, lost in time. He warns that time itself is under attack. Post-credit scene. A glowing symbol appears in space. Unlike any Prime signature before, it pulses, then vanishes, leaving the words, Transformers 9, Timefall. To be continued.